Hi there, folks, and welcome to the big gym here in Lincoln High School in Ellwood City, as today we bring you tonight's matchup, as it is your Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the New Brighton Lions. We have a great volleyball matchup here. The Ellwood City Wolverines varsity team comes into play 6-4, while New Brighton is looking to pick up their third win. They come into play 2-7. This is the Wolverines' 11th matchup of the year. They are looking to bounce back after a very, very tough loss, 3-1 on Tuesday night to Neshannock. When you look at the standings here for volleyball, it kind of looks like the Wolverines are in that top or upper echelon of the teams, the top four, but they're not satisfied. If you're sitting there in fourth place, you want to go and build upon that. Folks, my name is Brad Windhorse, alongside our cameraman Dakota Marshall. Thad Sturgeon has the night off. That way he can be ready to go for tomorrow's game, as we have football Friday night, 7 o'clock, as we will host the Freedom Bulldogs. So Thad Sturgeon, no doubt, is watching somewhere. He'll be paying attention, not only for us, be critical of us, but also his daughter, Delaney Sturgeon. So once again, varsity volleyball will be at 7:30 tonight. In about an hour and a half. We do have JV first here at 6 o'clock. So this will be the first matchup. One stream link. We'll keep this link open. Once the JV game is over, we'll take a little break. We'll keep it rolling. You just check back in at 7:30 for the varsity matchup. We'll talk a little bit about those standings while this is the varsity level. Standings-wise, Laurel, Neshannock, Shenango, and Ellwood City have kind of pulled themselves from the class. They take the top four. Right now, Ellwood City has a 3-game lead on that Mohawk, Freedom, New Brighton, Beaver Falls area. So Ellwood City should be a lock for sure into the top four. But like I said, no matter what, you play the games, you want more. So we have our officials here. From what Dakota and I in here talking about for the past half hour, maybe 15 minutes, was I only see one official right now, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm wondering if one of the officials got into traffic or will be coming late. I don't know how this is going to be done. She may have to do double duty, or she most likely will be on the far side for roster substitutions. With it being JV, they're a little bit more lenient on it. At the varsity level, they'll have that second official coming in eventually. We'll do roster checks here for the New Brighton Lions and Ellwood City. So it looks like for Ellwood City, your starters are going to be number 5, Lena Nacera.
Number 44.
Number 44, Gabrielle Davis.
Number 11.
Kira Rosansky.
Number 24.
Number 24 being Alyssa Donley.
Number 3.
Number 3 being Emma Figueroa.
And number 25.
And number 25, Caitlin Kreitzer. So Wolverines will be wearing the blue jerseys. And then for New Brighton,
we got number 14.
Sadie Walton, freshman.
Number 1.
Haley Kidd, junior.
Number 18.
Aaliyah Bess.
Number 5.
Hope Belaine.
Number 17.
Alexis Wall.
And 35, I believe.
Yep, Arlaya McKenzie. Here's the serve by the Wolverines. Donley comes to the New Brighton side. Up and over. Set up here for the Wolverines. Nacera there by Davis, out of bounds. And the first point on the evening will go to the New Brighton Lions. If you're following home, the inside point system is the score system for each set. Goes to 25, win by 2. You continue until you win by 2.
Number 18 is serving for New Brighton.
Number 18 with the serve. A good serve there by Aaliyah Bess. Unfortunately, the Wolverines cannot get it over, and an early 2-0 lead for the JV New Brighton Lions. Serving once again is Bess. Does clear over. Nice serve by New Brighton. Little tap over again. Attempt there by number 25, Caitlin Kreitzer. And once again, New Brighton with a good play. It's an early 3-0 lead here for Bess. Good serve once again. Falls in front of Donley. And that makes an early score, 4-0. New Brighton coming out.
And that was just barely in bounds, too.
Yes. It was a good attempt by Donley, but it fell right in the pocket hole. Bess once again. Back line there. Set up for Nacera. Back to Donley. She'll hit it over the net.
Number 5.
Set up for New Brighton's. Lions back over. Right back to them. Number 14. Set up here for number 35, McKenzie, out of bounds.
And Ellwood gets their first point of the evening.
Yippers. So
now
4-1.
number 5 is serving for Ellwood.
So Lena Nasser serving. Here comes the serve. Drop it in the pocket. Chalk one up for the Wolverines.
And that was straight to the libero, number 5. For
some great terminology, the libero. Liberos will always wear the different color. They'll come in on defense. Once again to the libero. It falls in. Wolverines answering back with 3 points of their own.
What can I say? I catch some terms from your dad when I'm listening.
It takes a little bit. Nasser with serve. Hit back over to the Wolverines side. Tapped over. Good play by number 1. Haley Kidd does get it back over for New Brighton. Back to the line. Number 25 will hit it down, and that was Caitlin Kreitzer.
And nice attempt by number 14, but she just could not get it over.
Yep, good attempt by Sadie Walton. Unfortunately, couldn't get over. And just like that, 4 points of their own for the Wolverines. Serve once again to that front line. Tapped over by number 1. Unfortunately, Nasser hits it. Donnelly hits it. It gets over. Comes back to the bright side. Yeah, and unfortunate there. Hit by number 17, Alexis Wall. And both the front line defenders didn't see it. Didn't react, and it falls.
As
5-4.
Thad would call it a gravity check.
Yes, a gravity check, 100%. Set up here, unfortunately, between number 14, Walton, and 35, McKenzie. It drops again, and that is 6 straight points for the Wolverines. Lana Nasser once again serving. Good serve again to the libero. Gets up in that rafter area and out of bounds. 7-4, Wolverines. One thing we always like about volleyball, it is fast-paced, folks. Nasser with the serve. Hit up there by the Lions, hitting over by number 14, Sadie Walton. She gets it over, back line to Donnelly. Up to Nasser. Back over here to Rosansky. Up through the rafters, they got to hit it, and it falls. We'll talk about the rafters. That is a
timeout by New Brighton.
Yep, so we have a timeout for New Brighton. Hey, perfectly timed. We'll talk about the rafters. Folks, if you're brand new to volleyball, home court advantage, always go in favor of, obviously, the home team. Yeah, there's this thing called the rafters, and not only that, but they also have the baseball net. So the home team gets the advantage to choose which side they always play on, and, of course, the Wolverines play on the left side. If it hits the rafters, the ball has to be hit once again by the player on that same side. They have to hit it over before it clears. If it hits the rafters and falls on the opposing side, it's a point still for the other team. That has always been a trouble for most teams that come in. It's a little bit challenging, but they've got to be aware of it beforehand, as the official always talks about it.
All right, so we got about 10 seconds left in that timeout.
Yeah.
And they're just going to run it.
Yeah, this timeout is brought to you by Michael's Furniture. If you want to check out some great furniture in the local area, drive down Lawrence Avenue, down Main Street, Michael's Furniture. Nasser once again with the serve, goes up through the rafters, hit there once again off the rafters. This time he gets it over by number 18, Bess.
Nasser gets it over.
And a nice play. Good position by Nasser. She'll drop it in. Not only is she winning points off the serve, she's also winning the shots at the net. Nasser, serve once again. Oh.
Net.
Yep.
I'm going to
right at the
tap.
net. Yep, double tap there by number 25, Kreitzer, and that will end the run of 9 points in a row for the Wolverines. But
I was going to say it before the official even called it, that it looked like a double tap.
Yep. Here's a serve by the New Brighton Lions. I think that was Haley Kidd. Tapped up by Davis. Punches it down at the line once again. It will drop. So the Wolverines will get that point right back, and it's now 10-5.
Number 44 is serving for Ellwood.
Yep, so Gabrielle Davis gets the hit over the net. She'll also get the reward, which is the serve. Serve once again to the Brighton side, set up by Kidd over to number 17, Wall. Nasser with a good hit backwards. Davis will get it over to the other side. Now Brighton will set it up here for number 14. She'll tap it over. Davis once again set up to Nasser. Backline hit here. Set up for number 14, Wall. Hit once again by Davis over the net. Set up for number 3. She will hit it home. Emma Figueroa with her first hit of the night and winner, 11-5. So a very good rally by both teams there. 11-5. Emma Figueroa hits it home. 6-point lead for the Wolverines. Serve will go into the net by Davis, and the point will go back to the New Brighton Lions.
Number 12 is coming in for the libero, number 5.
Yep, so Kelsey Martin will see her first action, the sophomore.
Number
And
14 is serving for New Brighton.
Sadie Walton. Set up to Nasser, back over to number 25.
Out of bounds.
Kreitzer out of bounds, so 2 points in a row for New Brighton. JV plays the best of 3 sets. So 9 times out of 10, you want to get that first set. You want to be up ahead early. Good serve there by number 14, Sadie Walton. It drops, makes it now 11-8. We see a lot of runs of points in volleyball, and so far we've seen 2 of them. New Brighton clawing their way back into this one. Set up by Davis to Nasera. Back over to Donnelly. She'll hit it. Good hit over to the line side. Tapped up there by Martin. Back
Davis
over
to
to Nasera,
Nasera.
and it drops. She has done that twice now so far in this first set. Sometimes you just got to tap it over and find that little gap.
Number 11 for Ellwood is serving now.
So now serving for the Wolverines is Kira Rozansky. Rozansky with the serve. Deep serve. It is out of bounds. Okay, there we go.
Out of
Yep,
bounds.
yep. One thing that's always tough.
The way she was flagging it was inbounds at first.
The one thing that's always tough is, unfortunately, you only have X amount of officials, so they kind of put the pressure on the players, and I knew what she was going for. She just didn't know how to do it correctly.
So 35 for New Brighton serves and gets it
So Elia McKenzie serves
out of
it
bounds.
deep. That will go back to the Wolverines, now 13-9.
Number 25 for Ellwood is going to be serving this time.
So Caitlin Kreitzer, she'll look to bounce back from a couple errors here in this first set. Here's a good serve. Hit back to that libero side. At the net, number 17, Alexis Wall hits it off the net. It drops on the New Brighton side, and that makes it 14-9. Serving once again is Kreitzer. Here's the serve. Serve goes off the net, off to the one side, and the point will go to New Brighton Lions.
All right, looks like number 17 is now going to be serving for New Brighton.
So Alexis Wall has been kind of a wall, shall we say, up front, getting her first serve of the night, the evening. Serve by Wall, deep serve off the corner net posting, and the point will go to the Wolverines.
Yep, so we got number 3 for Ellwood serving now.
So serving number 3, Emma Figueroa. She had that nice hit there early in the first set. Deep serve just drops out of bounds. That'll make the score now 15-11.
All right, looks like we have another substitution. Number 14 for number 12 for New Brighton.
So 14 for 12, and Delaney Sturgeon coming in for Alyssa Donnelly. 21 for 24.
Barrow is now serving for New Brighton.
Hope Balin, the junior. Good serve by Balin, tapped up there at the net, punched over by Nasera to number 14. Walton gets it over for the Lions. Nasera, good tap there. Back and forth play here, and unfortunately that
does
would
not
be,
get it over.
Yep, that would have been 4 hits. So, point for New Brighton, making a little bit of a run, 3 points in a row here. Elaine once again serving as the libero. Good serve, hits that back line. Set up by Nasera over to Davis. She'll tap it home. Good attempt by number 14, Sadie Walton, as well as number 1, Haley Kidd, on that front line, but the point will go to the Wolverines, 16-12.
And now Delaney Sturgeon is serving.
So number 21, Delaney Sturgeon, will be serving for the Wolverines. Here's the serve, coming in hot. Good serve by Delaney. It will hit the ground at the same time, and a point for the Wolverines, 17-12. If Thad was here, he would say that was an ace. So 17-12, serving is Delaney Sturgeon. Another good hit there, tapped over at the line. They're going to say net play, I believe, by number 18, Aaliyah Bess. An unfortunate play there, and the point will go to the Wolverines, now 18-12, closing in on this first set.
Delaney with her third serve.
Off the net, that will count. It drops and falls. point for the Wolverines. And a
Timeout,
timeout, New Brighton. We'll take a timeout with them. 19-12, first set from the Lincoln High School Big Gym. All right, folks, welcome back to Lincoln High School Big Gym as we've got the JV matchup here for volleyball as it's an early lead for the Wolverines, 19-12, coming out of the second timeout by New Brighton.
And Delaney Sturgeon with the serve.
Yep. So a couple points here in a row for the Wolverines kind of set them up. Once again, another ace. Wolverines hit the 20-point mark, 20-12. They just need 5 points here. Serve once again by Sturgeon. Comes back to this side, set up for Nasser. She'll tap it over, back to Delaney. Up by Nasser, back to Delaney. She'll hit it off the net, and it will fall on their side. A point for New Brighton Lions. Subbing in for the Wolverines is number 23, Kyla Vignovich, and number 4, Genovesa Miller.
Number 25 and 11 are the ones that went out. Number 35, or 18, I'm sorry.
Yep, number 18, Bess. And that is a point for New Brighton Lions. I was about ready to say it. We had a very good conversation this morning with our athletic director, Kurt Gusnelli, about different named teams, starting with Neshannock and New Brighton. Looks like they're going to say off the net, out of bounds. It hit the outside edge of the net, so that will be a point for New Brighton. That'll make the score 20-15. So good serving here by Aaliyah Bess. Back row to Delaney Sturgeon, tapped over by Nasera. Back to Bess. She'll tap it over to Kidd. Up for number 35, McKenzie. Off that back line, Miller out of bounds. And another point for New Brighton. Makes the score 20-16. So keeping it close are the Lions. Served by Bess. The backside there to Miller. Tapped up by Nasera. Good tap over by Lena Nasera. And that'll be a point for the Wolverines. Not only a point, but more importantly, they get the serve back to their side.
Number 5 is going to be serving for Ellwood.
So reward once again for Nasera. Good serve there. Back line, number 5, hitting it up there. Hope Balin. Hits the rafters, unfortunately, by number 17, Alexis Wall. And that'll be a point for the Wolverines.
And fourth hit.
So 22-16. Yeah, if that would have been hit again, it would have been the fourth hit. Serve by Nasera off the rafters once again. Unfortunately, Haley Kidd, good hit there, but it hits the rafter. And the point will go to the Wolverines now, 23-16. Serve once again by Nasera. Set up there for that front line Kidd. She gets it over. Off of number 3. Unfortunately, Emma Figueroa goes right through the wicket, shall we say, right between the arms. Point for New Brighton. That'll make the score now 23-17.
Number 1 is serving for New Brighton.
So Haley Kidd, the junior, will be serving for New Brighton Lions. Here's the serve. Good serve. That backside there set up by Figueroa over to Nasera. Tapped up by Bungar. Back to New Brighton's side. They'll tap it over. Set up for Nasera. Over to Miller. She'll tap it over. Running play there, unfortunately, by number 17, Alexis Wall.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. And we have set point for the Wolverines, now 24-17.
Looks like number 30 is going to be serving for Ellwood.
Chloe Bungar. The freshman for the Wolverines will be serving for the set point. Served by Bungar. Very good serve off McKenzie. Up over top by Miller. She will find the pocket hole. And it drops. So 25-17. So first set goes to the Wolverines. as they are now officially up 1-0. We'll take a little break, and we'll bring you second set action from Lincoln High School Big Gym. 1-0 Wolverines. Welcome back, folks. Second set here from Lincoln High School Big Gym. We have the second set for JV volleyball.
Looks like number 9 is going to be serving for New Brighton.
So number 9, Cadence Cox, the sophomore for the Lions.
And it looks like we have a different libero, number 7 this time for New
now
Brighton.
You're pretty much going to see most of your JV teams. A lot of times they allow the varsity to play one set, and then they'll get subbed out. So number 7, Chloe Reitzer. Number 6, Riley Porto is in as well for the Lions.
Number 20.
Number 20 being Abby Sattel.
Number 13.
Carmen Briancesko.
And 16.
Sunday Fazio.
30 for Ellwood.
So Chloe Bungar.
21.
Delaney Sturgeon. We'll get the rest of the numbers here. First serve there by Cadence Cox goes into the net, and it's 1-0 Wolverines.
Number 5.
Number 5 being Lena Nasera.
11.
Kira Rozansky.
And Delaney Sturgeon with the serve.
Yep. Good serve by Delaney. Goes out of bounds. 2-0 lead for the Wolverines.
25. I don't think I said that number yet.
Caitlin Kreitzer.
And number 3.
And number 3, Emma Figueroa. So all of your JV group here now for both teams. Serving once again is Sturgeon. Nice serve off the backside there. Number 6, Riley Porto.
Gets hit out of bounds.
Yep. And a 3-0 lead for the Wolverines.
To open up this second set.
So a good run of points here. I'm not sure exactly how many. I want to say it was about, well, that would be, I think, 8 in a row now for the Wolverines, going back to last set. Once again, off of Chloe Reitzer, number 7, point for the Wolverines, 4-0. You'll see on the Ellwood City bench there, we're wearing pink shirts as it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Good serve once again for Sturgeon. 5-0 Wolverines.
The libero got it, but she got it out of bounds.
Yeah, kind of have to set your feet a little bit, kind of get underneath the ball instead of over top. And here I am trying to teach people how to do volleyball. Stay in your lane, as they would say, Mr. Windhorst. Serving once again was Delaney Sturgeon, out of bounds, unfortunately. So the first point will go to the Lions' second set.
Number 16 is serving for the Lions.
So Sunday Fazio, number 16, will be serving.
And we got a rotation, 21 for number 7 for Ellwood.
Yep. Okay. So because there's only one official, rotating in is number 7 for the Wolverines, Morgan Bunger. So both Bungers are out on the court. There's our second official walking in just now. Served by Fazio off the net.
Into the net.
And 6-1 lead.
So it looks like Kreitzer, is that number 5?
Lena Nacera.
Oh, Nacera.
Yep. So
okay,
Lena Nacera will be serving. Good serve by Nacera. Clears the top of the net for a point. It is now 7-1 Wolverines. The second set's all about so far. The serves. Here's a serve by Nacera once again. High arcing serve. Set up here at that front line for New Brighton Lions. Hit over by number 6, Riley Porto. Back to Nacera. She'll tap it over, and it drops. 8-1 Wolverines.
And our officials now on the line. So.
Yeah, so now we officially have, no
two
pun
officials.
intended, 2 officials. Served by Nacera for the
pun
Wolverines.
Was completely intended, Brad.
Oh, 100%. You know it. It was set up perfectly.
Another gravity check for New Brighton Lions.
Yep, unfortunate hit there close to the net. Set up a hard play there for Porto. It's now 9-1 Wolverines.
Nacera with the serve.
Serve to that far side. Tapped up and down by, I believe, number 30, Chloe Bungar. And that'll make the score 10-1. The Wolverines starting to roll in this one. Serve once again by Nacera. Set up by the Lions at the net. They're going to hit the net. Was unfortunately number 16, Sunday Fazio, and that will make the score 11-1.
So Nacera with the serve again.
Yeah, so 6 straight points now for the Wolverines. Set up once again in that pocket hole. Hit over by Fazio. Hit up by number 20 and it cleared Abby Suttle. It will fall once again in front of Sattel. Point for the Wolverines, and it's 12-1. Here's the serve by Nacera. Good serve, front line, hit back over to Bungar. Set up to Nacera, over to number 25, Kreitzer. She'll hit it, and it drops.
Just in bounds, I believe.
Yep, just in bounds, right beside Cadence Cox. Unfortunate
timeout,
there.
New Brighton.
So timeout, New Brighton, 13-1. Second set here. We'll stay here. We'll talk a little bit about Ellwood City sports. Let's see. Last night we were broadcasting the middle school football game. Unfortunately, if you watched that one, second half there for the Wolverines. The Wolverines couldn't get really anything going, and they fall to Neshannock 20-8. So the middle school team for the Wolverines will fall to 2-1. And are in a little bit of trouble there, trying with it being middle school football and the MAC conference. They take the top 2 teams and they play for the championship. I think with that loss, that slides Ellwood down to a tie for 3rd place. So they got to bounce back as soon as possible. A big one next week, I believe, is at Riverside.
Yes,
so
at Riverside on
5 o'clock.
Wednesday at 5.
So we'll be, we should be, unless there's any other reasons, we'll be there for that one, broadcasting live.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule yet.
I haven't looked at the schedule either. Yeah, we're going to have to do that between JV and varsity. All right, back
Nacera
to the action.
with the serve.
Serve by Nacera off that net. Set up there for Porto. She'll get it over for the Lions. Back to Nacera. Up by Rosansky's back line. I think they're going to say net.
Net play, I believe.
Oh, they're going to say double hit. They're going to say double touch.
Double hit on Ellwood.
So they're going to say...
Oh, no, on Neshannock.
Oh, yeah, Okay,
Or
so
New Brighton.
yep,
Sorry.
so double
You
hit.
got me confused now. You said it earlier.
Yeah, right, right. So now 14-1 Wolverines.
Nasera with the serve.
Backline hit there. Set up by Figueroa to Bungar. She'll get it over. Backline. Set up there by Lyons. Good hit. And off the net. Back across. Up and over.
Just barely
hit
got
by
that in
the
play.
Wolverines. They get it over by
We're
Bungar.
getting a good volley between.
Yeah. Set up there by the younger Bungar. In the middle, Bungar. She'll come back and she'll hit it over for the Wolverines. Tap back over to Figueroa. Up by Nasera. Back to the libero on the Brighton line side. Set up here for number 20. She will get it over. Back line off Bungar. Off of Kreitzer. And it falls about 3 feet short. Point for New Brighton Lions as I can now take a little bit of a break.
The libero's going out. Number 12 came in for New Brighton.
And that'll be Kelsey Martin.
And looks like number 13.
Carmen Briancesco with the serve.
Is serving.
Serve there by the Lions. Gets over. Set up by Bunger. Back to Nasser. She'll tap it that back line. Good picking by Leda Nasser, the back line.
Yeah, and it was right in bounds, right in that corner there.
Yep.
So it looks like number 30 is going to be serving for Ellwood now.
So Chloe Bungar, the younger of the two Bungars on the team, number 30 and number 7. This is Chloe with the serve. Good serve by Chloe. Back line once again.
Libero.
Set up there at the net. Unfortunate play right to the net.
Number 12 could not get it over.
Yeah, number 12, Kelsey Martin. And as you saw on the stream, number 20 went and said, my bad. It's hard to put it right at the net. Served by Bungar. Drops in to number 9 there, Cadence Cox. Tapped over by number 12. She'll get it over Martin. Hit by Kreitzer, and I think they're going to say double touch by the Wolverines.
Double tap on Ellwood. So, point for New Brighton, and number 20 is now serving for New Brighton.
So number 20, Abby Suttel, serving for the New Brighton Lions as they are down 16-3. Second set. Hit there by Rosansky, up to Nasera. Down by Figueroa. Hits off the rafters. Good play, good
does
try.
Not get it over.
Yep, good try by number 7, Chloe
short.
Reitzer. Short.
All right, looks like 23 for 25 on Ellwood.
Okay, so checking out is number 25, Caitlin Kreitzer. Coming in is number 23, Kyla Vignovich.
And Rosansky, number 11, is serving now.
So Kira with the serve here for the Wolverines. Up 14 points.
To the libero.
Set up here for that front line tap over. Back to Nasera. Back over to older Bungar. Fortunate hit there by Morgan down below the net, so the point will go to the Lions.
And number 6. Oop, we got more substitutions. 21 for 7.
So Delaney Sturgeon.
And
number 4
for number 11.
Genovesa Miller. Serving.
And Rosansky went out.
And Rosansky. Okay. So number 6, Riley Porto, will be serving for the Lions. 17-4 Wolverines. Good serve here, high arcing to Vignovich. She'll hit it up to Nasera. Backline Miller. She'll tap it over. It drops.
And a nice gravity check there.
Yeah, not necessarily the hardest hit by Miller, but hey, it did get over.
So we got number 23 serving for Ellwood now.
Yep, so serving now is number 23, Kyla Vignovich for the Wolverines. Here's the serve for Vignovich. She'll tap it, falls short.
Cannot get it over.
Yep, point will go to New Brighton, 18-5.
Liberos for New Brighton. Number 13 in for number 12 on New Brighton.
Okay, so Carmen Briancesco comes back in and serving is number 7, Chloe Reitzer.
Out of bounds.
Too far by Reitzer.
Just a little too deep for the libero serve.
So that'll make it now 19-5. Wolverines with the lead.
Number 3 serving for Ellwood.
So Emma Figueroa serving once again for the Wolverines. Hard serve, knocks it right to number 7, Chloe Reitzer. I wouldn't want to be in front of that one either. That was a good, solid serve.
So Ellwood is now up 20-5.
Serve once again, number 3, Emma Figueroa. Set up there for number 16. She'll hit it over, Sunday Fazio. Back to number 7, Reitzer. Set up this time to number 13. She'll tap it over, and it falls. Good hit by number 13, Carmen Briancesco, and it falls for a point.
So Davis is coming in, and number 30 went out for Ellwood.
So Chloe Bungar checks out. Coming back in is number 44, Gabrielle Davis.
And number 9 is serving for New Brighton.
So Cadence Cox, 4 lines. Good, solid hit. Where did that come from? Good serve by Cadence Cox. Line drive. Not for the base hit, though. For the ace and
sport,
winner,
Brad.
right? Listen, big baseball playoffs tonight, folks. If you're catching this right before playoffs, there's 2 solid games tonight. Backline
and
serve
a
there.
too deep.
Yep, by Cadence Cox.
Serve.
A little bit far, and that'll make it now 21-7.
So Ellwood is up triple.
Yay! Quick math there by Dakota Marshall.
And Delaney Sturgeon with the serve.
I think you're faster than Thad on that math. He wouldn't care. He'd be like, yep, you're right. Back over to Sturgeon. Set up there to Figueroa. Tapped over by Davis. Gets it over. Back over by New Brighton. Out of bounds. Off of Abby Sattel. And the point will go to the Wolverines. Now 22-7.
So Delaney Sturgeon with the serve once again.
So Sturgeon serving up 22-7. Backside there, number 6, Riley Porto coming at you.
That was a powerful serve.
Yeah, we've seen a couple
hit out
of that.
bounds by New Brighton.
We didn't really see too many of those in the first set, but this second set we have seen, for both sides for that matter, some line drive serves.
So Ellwood needs 2 points for game.
Yep. Here's a serve by Sturgeon out of bounds. So point
I
for
think I
New
just
Brighton.
jinxed Delaney by
You
saying
may
that.
have jinxed it. I'm glad it's you and not me.
All right, number 16 serving for New Brighton.
So Sunday Fazio, once again 4 lines, serving. Good serve, backline serve off of Figueroa. It'll drop, and point for New Brighton lines. So 23-9. New Brighton will kind of have to get on a big run to get back into this one. But I have seen this happen before. Fazio with the serve. Figueroa. Up to Nacera, back to Delaney Sturgeon. She will hit it home, and it drops.
Inbounds.
Good serve, good hit by Delaney, and that is set point for the Wolverines. So 24-9.
Number 5 with the serve.
Nacera with the serve, backside there to number
Libero.
7, Reitzer. Set up here for Porto. She'll get it over off of Delaney's shoulder and arm. Out of bounds. Point for New Brighton, 24-10. It's a little bit of a battle here for New Brighton
we
lines.
got number 13.
So Carmen Briancesco.
Looks like we had number 12 come in for the libero, number 7.
Set up there by Figueroa. Over to Nacera. Back line there. Delaney, unfortunately, into the net. And that'll be a point for New Brighton lines. So 24-11. Serving again is number 13, Brian Cisco. Good serve by Carmen. Hit there by Davis. Hit over by Nacera. Back over top. It will fall.
So that's game point and set point.
So set point
Or match
25-11.
point, whichever one you want to call it.
Yep. Set point and match point for the Wolverines. The JV team wins 2-0 so far in this matchup. So it is 6:35. So that will be a nice little break here. We'll take about an hour break. Varsity is scheduled for 7:30 start time. So
we'll see if they come back sooner than that.
Yeah, I doubt it because they've been kind of being consistent with that 7:30 start time. So we'll see what happens here. We'll take a little bit of a break, folks. We'll bring you varsity action at 7:30. We'll probably chime in at the top of the hour just to make sure that you guys are awake and I'm still awake and Dakota's still awake. We'll chime in. We'll talk about some Ellwood City sports that's been going on during the week and everything like that. So we'll take a short little break, folks, and we'll bring you action here about 7:30. This stream will stay open. Just hang tight. 7:30 start for varsity volleyball. All right, folks, welcome back to Lincoln High School Big Gym, as we will have the varsity matchup here in a little bit. We're about 7 o'clock right now. 7:30 is our slated start time. So we'll be back for the 7:30 start between the varsity New Brighton Lions and Ellwood City Wolverines volleyball teams. In the meantime, we're going to take this time to talk about some Ellwood City sports that has been going on. We've been kind of keeping people up to date with our This Week in Ellwood City Sports Show, Twix. Unfortunately, because everything that's been going on in health and all that fun stuff, we haven't really had a Twix show recently, so we just want to keep you guys updated with the Ellwood City Sports. You can always check us out on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. Hey, that's what I'm doing right now. I literally look at our website, where we update. We look at all the information. You can check all the information, including a lot of stuff that's individual Whitfield stuff. We take right from their website and we post on our site as well. So you can check that out. Also on Facebook and Twitter, you type in Ellwood City Wolverines. You'll find both those. The tagline for Twitter is @EC_Wolverines for Ellwood City Sports. Tomorrow night will be our next broadcast, as we'll be bringing week number 6 already. Yes, folks, week number 6. There's only 4 more weeks left of football until playoffs. The Wolverines will be hosting the Freedom Bulldogs. They'll make that trip up from Beaver County. And Freedom comes into play 2-4. Wolverines will be 0-4. So it'll be a good matchup for the Wolverines on the back end of their schedule. In the meantime, we got some talk, some Ellwood City sports talk from this week. For those who've been watching us on social media and our Facebook and Twitter pages, cross country boys team once again turns the table, goes 10-0 on the regular season. They will look to improve on that 10-0 schedule, as they will have playoffs coming up.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they are section champs again, are
they? They are section champs. No co-champs, no nothing like that. Outright section champs once again, back-to-back years. Folks, that's a good run here of section champs for the boys team. 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, and there was a break there for a little bit, and now you officially have 2020 and 2021. For the boys cross-country team. So they finished 10-0. They've got a couple things coming up on the 13th. At 2 o'clock, they've got the MAC cross-country stuff for the entire MAC section. That will determine your qualifiers for the next round, which is the 16th at 8 a.m., the Tri-County Invitational. And if you do well enough there as a team, you'll make it to October 28th, 12 o'clock afternoon start, the Whitfield Championships later on, close to Halloween. So we'll keep you posted on that. You can check everything out, our boys results, team results, on our website. So there's cross country. As I go through our awesome mobile site, I'm going to go to co-ed golf. We've talked about golf. They're one of the two sports with tennis that goes and starts early and finishes early. Co-ed golf finally finished their season with their last match being the Tri-County Championship on October the 1st, 9 o'clock start there. They did finish second place in that. It was a heartbreaking second place, because they actually tied with Neshannock. But the tiebreaker goes to I forget what course they play at, but they have a course there where they take 2 specific holes, and the better scores on those holes is the tiebreaker. Unfortunately, Ellwood had the higher scores on those 2 holes. I'll leave that one alone. I don't like that idea. To me, you should have a hole off or golf off afterwards, but we'll leave it be. So the Wolverines finished the season for golf 8-5, 7-5. They had a little bit of a downward spiral there, a little bit, shall we say, at the end. They did lose 4 out of their remaining 5 matches, but still a very good, productive year. You finish over 500 in the MAC conference. It's a good season for the Wolverines. They finished 8th place at the MAC conference tournament on September the 14th. They finished 3rd at the Tam O'Shanter Invitational, and they finished 2nd place at the Tri-County Championship. Also, some things to note. The big one all year long, he was Athlete of the Week, the Boys Athlete of the Week, 2 weeks this year, and that was Milo Sesti. He finished 2nd place overall at the MAC tournament. He finished first place at section qualifiers with a great round, I believe, of 74 or 75. I think it was 75, so he finished only 3 shots over.
I didn't catch that one, so I don't know.
Yeah, I forget on that one. And then Milo Sesti finished 34th at PIAA qualifiers. So last year he finished 32nd, this year 34th. You finished in the top 30, folks. You're doing something right in golf. So there is co-ed golf. Moving right down the line.
I was just going to say, before you switch, the one social media you missed on was our YouTube page, which you are watching us on right now for this stream. We are currently at 977 subscribers when I looked earlier. If we can get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, then we can do some more. We can do mobile streaming, so we can do it from a phone. It opens us up to do a little more and get a little more coverage for you guys. So if you just search on YouTube, Ellwood City Wolverines, and hit the bell once you subscribe, that'll notify you every time we go live.
Yep. And we'll see if potentially we give Thad Sturgeon the reins on mobile streaming. We'll see about that. But, yeah. Moving on, soccer, co-ed soccer, co-sponsored team. Unfortunately, they haven't won a game yet. I mean, it's tough sledding, folks. They've got Beaver County teams left and right. They've got teams like North Catholic, Quaker Valley, teams like that always have had a solid team. Quaker Valley's 8-0. They're 10-0 overall. North Catholic's 5-4, but have played a lot of in-conference games that are 5-2. Ambridge looks good. Freedom looks good. So there's some really good quality teams there. The Wolverines did score a couple goals recently in their matchups. We have girls tennis. We'll keep this one short here a little bit. Girls tennis finished their season. They did come out and become victorious against Riverside, picked up a 3-2 victory. So they will finish the season 2-7. So it looks like,
Brad,
folks.
On that note, it looks like we are getting ready for a national anthem.
Yeah, it looks like we will start early instead of 7:30.
Our officials and our flagmen, I'm going to call it, walking over.
So we'll have the national anthem here first.
And now zoom in on the flag. It looks like Mr. Gary Rosansky announcing.
All right, folks, we'll catch our second win here as we bring you live coverage of tonight's matchup as we have your varsity Ellwood City Wolverines who come into play 6-4, taking on the new Brighton Lions 2-7. A big matchup here in the MAC Conference for the Wolverines to stay in the playoff hunt. We'll do starting lineups for the New Brighton Lions.
Looks like number 7.
Number 7, the freshman, Chloe Reitzer.
24.
Number 24, Jenna Alaxon, sophomore.
19.
Number 19, Chloe Darnley, junior.
The libero, number 8.
Senior, number 8, Vicky Vay.
22.
Number 22, senior, Jensen Main.
Number 3.
Number 3, senior Ayana Bell.
And number 11.
And number 11, senior Naraya Foster. New Brighton Lions are under the direction of head coach Joseph Grieco.
All right, now your Wolverines starting lineup. Number 30.
Okay, the Wolverines starting lineup. Number 30, Chloe Bungars, freshman.
Number 22.
Number 22, 5'4", sophomore Gabrielle Calantis.
Number 12.
Number 12, sophomore 6 foot Claire Noble.
24.
Number 24, 5'5" junior Alyssa Donley.
Number 13.
Number 13, 5'10" junior Morgan Hooker.
The libero, number 20.
Number 20, 5'5" senior Jenna Vedica.
Number 2.
Number 2, 5'10" senior Angelina Retruti.
And number 14.
And number 14, senior 5'7" Angelina Nardone. The head coach for the Wolverines is Jenna Retruti, assisted by Susan Clapton and Joe Retruti. So once again, folks, this is your varsity matchup. It's supposed to be a 7:30 start, starting early by about 15 minutes. If you know people who are looking to watch this matchup, hey, give them a phone call, give them a text saying, hey, this one's starting 15 minutes early.
I'm trying to catch who has first serve.
Yep.
So
if you look on your screen.
Lineup. Oh, go ahead.
Yep. If you look on your screen, we've got the Volleyball 2A Section 1 standings, the MAC Conference. Laurel's kind of separated themselves from the rest of the pack at 9-0 in conference play. Neshannock and Shenango tied at 7-2. Wolverines will look to bounce back after their loss to Neshannock, but they are sitting in 4th place ahead of Mohawk by 3 games. So this is a big one here, folks. You got to stay in check to keep that playoff hopes alive. They take the top 4 teams, so the Wolverines are officially in that spot. But let's be real. Any Wolverine, they're hungry for more.
All right, your starters for the New Brighton Lions, number 24.
Yep, so Jenna Laxon.
Number 2.
Number 2, Tatum Reeves.
Number 11.
Number 11, Naraya Foster.
Number 7.
Number 7, Chloe Reitzer.
Number 19.
Number 19, Chloe Darnley.
And serving first, number 22.
And serving will be number 22, Jensen Main.
All right, for the Wolverines, we got number 20, the libero.
Jenna Vedica.
Number 22.
Gabrielle Calantis.
Number 24.
Alyssa Donley.
Number 14.
Angelina Nardone.
Number 2.
Angelina Retruti.
And Morgan Hooker, number 13.
Number 13, Morgan Hooker.
All
Here's
right.
the serve by the New Bright Lions, and this match is underway. Good serve by the Lions, tapped over back to the Wolverine side. Set up there for number 22, Calantis, and it hits the ground. Early point for the New Brighton Lions. Serving again, it's going to be Jensen Main, the senior, number 22 for the Lions. Served into that pocket side, hit there by Donley, back over to the New Brighton side. Tapped up there by Main, back over to Calantis, to Vedica. Back over to Alyssa Donley. She'll get it back over to the New Brighton side. Tapped up there by Main. Set up for number 3, Ayana Bell.
To the libero.
Set up for Retruti, and she will tap it home. Number 2, Angelina with Retruti. And the first point for the Wolverines.
Looks like number 14, I think that's Nardone, is it not?
Yep. So
Is
number
our
14,
starting server for Ellwood.
Angelina Nardone with the serve. Good line drive serve there to the Lions side. Set up by Main. Back over to Bell. She'll tap it up to Nardone. Back to Nardone for the kill. It will drop off of number 7, Chloe Reitzer. Point for the Wolverines. Serving once again is Nardone. Nice line drive to that backside. Set up there by Main. Tapped over here to number 11, Naraya Foster with the kill. A nice cross shot there. It will fall inbounds. That will make the score now 2-all.
All right, New Brighton is number 24 serving.
So number 24, Jenna Alexin, serving for the Lions. Serve goes into
Does not make it over.
Yep, goes into the net, and it'll be now 3-2 Wolverines.
And number 2 is going to be serving for Ellwood.
Angelina Retruti.
Number 30 for 22 on Ellwood substitution.
So Chloe Bungar comes in, freshman.
Number 15 for 24 substitution on New Brighton side.
And number 15, Sophia Thompson. Served by Ricciuti. Backside once again coming our way. Ooh, if that didn't hit the rafter, I mean, Dakota may have had to dodge. Is making the trip up the steps is number 11, Nariah Foster. And the point will go to the Wolverines 4-2. Hey, it's getting close. It is getting closer each and every week.
And Thad's going to miss it when it does.
Yes, he is. Served by Ricciuti. Set up for the far side, number 3, Bell. She'll get it over for the Lions. Back over to Morgan Hooker. Just a little bit outside. Makes the score
too deep.
4-3.
So, looks like we have a substitution, number 26 in for number 7 on New Brighton side.
So Jocelyn Stazowski.
And number 3 is serving for New Brighton.
Ayana Bell serving for the Lions. Jump serve there. Hits off the net. It will drop for the point, and that'll make it 4-all.
That was just barely over.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she planned to do, but hey, you take your points and go with it.
All right, Bell serving again for the Lions.
So 4-all. Here's the jump serve. Off to the right side, into the net.
Does not make it over the net this time. Now number 13, Morgan Hooker is serving. Substitution of number 12, Claire Noble for the libero, number 20, Jenna Vedica.
Here's the serve by Hooker. Nice arcing serve. Back to that front line main. She'll punch it over, and it drops. So
just
good hit
bounds
by Maine.
All right, now serving for the Lions is number 11.
So Nariah Foster came up to get the ball from right in front of us.
And we're at 5-all already.
Yep. Here's the serve by Foster. She'll hit it. Line drive into the net. The point will go to the Wolverines.
All right, looks like number 24 is going to be serving for Ellwood.
So Alyssa Donnelly, the junior, 5'5", will be serving for the Wolverines.
And I didn't catch who Vedica came in for, but I see the libero's back on Ellwood's side.
Set up there for New Brighton. Tap back to Vedica. Tapping it over is Donnelly. She'll get it back over to the New Brighton side. Set up for Maine. Up over to number 13.
Little too far.
Yep, by number 13, Carmen Brian Sesko. Unfortunately, out of bounds. And that'll make the 7-5 score.
Number 24 serving again for Ellwood.
So Donnelly with the serve for the Wolverines. Line drive serve to the libero. Back to the Wolverines side. It will fall. Good play there by number 30, Chloe Bungard, defending her side of the net. And the point will go to the Wolverines, 8-5.
The Wolverines serve, number 24.
Donnelly once again. Line drive. It will fall. And if that was here, that is an ace. Yep. Pocket corner there. Nice serve by Donnelly. Kind of getting some separation here. 4 points in a row for the Wolverines. Serve once again. Back line, back up to the rafters. Stays on this side, set up by Maine. Tapped over by number 26. Unfortunately,
does not get it over.
Does
Hits
not
right
get
into
it
the
over.
net.
So the point will go to the Wolverines, now 10-5. Serve once again by Donnelly. Line drive serve to the libero. Good hit there by Vey. Back to Maine. She'll get it over. Set up here for Nardone. She'll tap it backwards. Set up there by 15. Tapped over by Maine. Out of bounds.
Another
and
point
the point
for
will
Ellwood.
go to the Wolverines.
So Wolverines are leading 11-5.
Yep.
And timeout New Brighton, I believe.
Yep. So timeout New Brighton Lions. First set here, folks, from Lincoln High School Big Gym. We'll take a short little break. 11-5 Wolverines. All right, folks, welcome back to Lincoln High School Big Gym. First set here for varsity volleyball. It is 11-5 Wolverines. 6 straight points have kind of separated them from New Brighton.
And 24 Donnelly is serving.
Got to give credit to Alyssa Donnelly. 6 straight points serving-wise. Another good hit to the libero, Vicky Vey. Back over to number 26, Staskowski. She'll get it over. Set up for Bungar. She'll tap it back over to the New Brighton side. Tapped over by Maine. I think they're going to say, yep, it was good. Yep. So it was tipped off of, I believe, Wolverines, or it actually was inbounds. So point for New Brighton, 11-6.
Number 19 is serving.
Chloe Darnley.
And number 24 came in for 15 on New Brighton side.
So number 24, Jenna Laxton, comes back in. Here's a serve by Darnley. Off of Vedeka, out of bounds.
Off of Vedeka and Donnelly.
Yeah, they both were kind of going for that one. Unfortunately, kind of caught them off guard. That'll make the score now 11-7.
All right, 19 to serve again.
Serve once again by Darnley. That back corner back to Alyssa Donnelly. And then hit down there by Nardone for the point. So 12-7 Wolverines. Sometimes you forget names. I'm not sure why.
A substitution. Number 22 came in for Bungar, number 30, I believe.
So
and
coming in first time.
22 is serving.
Number 22, Gabrielle Calantis. This is her first action of the night. She will be serving. Hit there to Vicky Vey. Back off of the good hit there by number 14, Angelina Nardone. Off the wall and out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines.
So Calantis with the serve again.
13-7 Wolverines with the lead. Here's the serve by Calantis. That far side corner set up by Maine. She'll tap it up off the rafter. It does get back over by number 19, Chloe Darnley. Tapped over indirectly by Angelina Retrudy. They're going to say carry. Kind of lofted it over, so the point will go to the Brighton Lions.
So the libero went out, and number 3 came in for New Brighton, and number 26 is serving.
So Iana Bell checks back in, and 26, Jocelyn Staskowski serving. Hit there to Calantis, set up by Nardone. Up over to Claire Noble. Off that back line, number 19, Chloe Darnley. And that'll be a point.
For an Ellwood City point. All right. Claire Noble's going out, and the libero, Genevieve, is now serving for Ellwood.
Is number 20. Jenna Vedeka, 14-8.
And I believe number 7 came in for 26 on New Brighton's side.
So Chloe right serve. Hit there off of number 19, Chloe Darnley, out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines, now 15-8.
See, those two last names are very close. I was confused the first time.
I think that's what confused me was Donnelly for the Wolverines, and then Darnley for the New Brighton Lions.
Vedeka with the serve.
Back to that front line, tapped down there by Retrudy once again. Not once, but twice. Point for the Wolverines, now 16-8 Wolverines.
Doubled up. So Vedeka with the serve again.
Couple points here in a row for the Wolverines. Good serve by Vedeka in the back line, set up there. Tapped over by New Brighton. Good try by the Wolverines between Retrudy and Nardone.
It was kept alive, but they just could not get it over.
It's unfortunate there, and that will fall for a point for the Lions, now 16-9.
Number 22 on the serve for the Lions.
So Jensen Maine serving for the Lions. Here's the serve. Nice hot serve. Here comes to the official side, out of bounds. Point for the Lions. And that's one of the first times we've seen a really good setup serve by New Brighton. They've been hitting a couple into the net tonight so far.
22 with the serve again.
Jensen Maine, nice arcing serve once again. Off of Calantis, set up by Nardone to Retrudy. She'll tap it up over. Nice play by Maine, but, they're going to say net touch, net play here by the Wolverines. And that is a point for New Brighton, now 16-11.
All right, 22 with the serve again.
So Jensen Maine, 2 points in a row for the New Brighton Lions. Good serve, dropping fast off of Alyssa Donnelly. She's been hitting the serves pretty hard there. That one was soft, and it caught the Wolverines napping. It's now 16-12. a very good vocal New Brighton Lions bench there for the JV team. Hit there by Donnelly, up over the other side. Set up there for Maine, back over to number 24, Jenna Laxton. Hit back to her once again. Nice hit by number 14, Angelina Nardone.
And Nardone is now serving for Ellwood.
17-12. The Wolverines kind of shut down a 4-point rally there by the Lions. Nardone with the serve. Back line there, set up there by Maine. Up for number 3, Bell. She'll tap it over, but it doesn't clear. Point for the Wolverines, 18-12.
So Nardone serving once again for Ellwood.
6-point lead here for the Wolverines. Good line drive serve to that back line. Set up by Maine. Set up for Bell. She'll tap it over. Out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines. 19-12. So serving once again, number 14, Angelina Retruti. Couple points here in a row.
Oh, I thought it was Nardone.
Oh, sorry, Nardone. Number 14, Angelina Nardone. There's too many Angelinas, apparently. Just 2 of them, but I can't keep track. Hit by Nardone off the wall, off of number 3, Ayanna Bell.
Over.
And it's another point for the Wolverines, 20-12 now.
No, you're just trying to confuse me because I don't know.
Apparently.
All right, Delaney Sturgeon coming in for number 24.
Checking out. Yep, is Alyssa Donnelly coming in as number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. That's the first time she'll see action tonight. Serve once again by Nardone. Deep serve out of bounds. Point for New Brighton, 20-13.
All right, now number 24 is serving for the Lions.
So Jenna Laxton serving for the New Brighton Lions. Good serve by Jenna. Back line there to Sturgeon. She'll set it up back to Sturgeon once again. She hits it into the net. And it's now 20-14. Head coach Jenna Retruti talking to Sturgeon, saying, hey, watch your shoulder. Follow through.
Number 24 on the serve once again.
So once again, Laxton. Back line there to Clanta. Set up for Nardone. She'll tap it up for Morgan Hooker. She'll have to tap it over. And unfortunately, they're going to say that she kind of grabbed, and it'll be a 4-hit. So back to New Brighton, 20-15. Serve once again by Jenna. Back line to Sturgeon. She'll tap it over. Hit straight down by number 3, Ayanna Bell. And New Brighton, 4 straight points have made this score now 20-16. So serve by Jenna Alaxon once again. Set up there by Clance, is back over for Bell. She'll tap it up to number 11, Foster. Back to Maine, she'll get it over. Set up here for Hooker, she'll tap it over. Between the Brighton lines there, up over, tapped up, good by number 19, Chloe Darnley. Back to Nardone, she'll hit it. Backside off the rafter, straight down, set up by Maine. Over by Bell, and a little bit too far. Jinx, you owe me a soda. There we go. Point for the Wolverines, 21-16.
Number 2's now serving for the Wolverines.
So Angelina Retruti will be serving and checking back in for the Bright Lions. Number 15, Sophia Thompson, as well as number 3, Emma Figuerel for the Wolverines, seeing her first action for the night.
At least on the varsity side.
Yes. Served by Retruti. Off of number 15, Sophia Thompson. Point for the Wolverines. That's one of those tough situations when you do substitutions. Usually you're the cold player coming in. When you serve, you look for that cold player.
All right, Wolverines are up 22-16.
Served by Retruti off of the net. Point for New Brighton Lions. Got to give credit.
22-17.
Yep, got to give credit to New Brighton Lions. They're hanging tough here.
And number 26 in for number 7.
So checking in is Jocelyn Stosowskis.
And number 3 is serving for the Lions.
Ayanna Bell. Here's the jump serve by Bell. Backline to Vedica. Set up there for Nardone. She'll tap it over to Delaney. Comes right back at her, and it's a point for New Brighton. Now 22-18.
I think they were counting it as 4th hit if I'm reading the officials correctly.
Yep.
So Bell with the serve again.
So here's a serve by number 3, Ayanna Bell. Good serve back to that back line, Retruti. She'll set it up for, I think, Vedica. It will get over by Retruti. Set up there by Maine, up and over to Foster off the line. They're going to say net play, 4-touch by New Brighton.
All right, that puts Morgan Hooker in the serving position.
So point for the Wolverines now 23-18. Couple substitutions here. Coming back in is number 12, Claire Noble. Serve there by Morgan Hooker. Set up here by Maine. Back over to number 26, Stokowski. It falls inbounds.
Just barely inbounds.
So good hit by number 26, Jocelyn Stokowski. And that makes the score now 23-19.
And Vedeka came in for Hooker.
Yep, so Vedeka's in, and number 5, Hope Belaine.
Number 5 for number 11, I believe.
Yep.
And number 5 is serving.
Junior Hope Belaine, first action tonight. Serve there, hits off of the net. Point for the Wolverines.
We are at set point.
Yep. So here we go, folks. First set. And first set point, 24-19.
Delaney Sturgeon, number 21, is serving.
So here's the serve by Sturgeon. High arcing serve drops off of
and it's good.
Number
That's the first
15,
set.
Sophia Thompson out of bounds. Point to the Wolverines as they win the first set, 25-19. If my pen would write. There we go. 25-19. EC is up 1-0. So that'll make it 1-0 Ellwood City. We'll take a short little break here from Ellwood City Lincoln High School Big Gym, and we'll bring you second set action. 1-0 Wolverines. Okay, folks, welcome back to the Lincoln High School Big Gym. As we've got a 1-0 lead for the Ellwood City Wolverines. Hey, we've got a student section here. Pink Out Night, as it is October breast cancer awareness for Ellwood City Sports. We've got the middle school football team. They just finished their practice. And one thing that we always try to do here with Ellwood City Sports is promote each other. So a lot of times, if there's an event that you can get to, the teams will go for each other, support each other as much as possible. And, hey, we've got the same thing going for the New Brighton Lions. The JV squad, I tell you what, the most action we've seen from an opposing team, some really good cheers. And
yeah, very good vocally.
Yeah, I mean, we can hear them.
Today.
I love it. It's awesome. It is October sports, folks.
All right. Looks like Nardone?
Yep, so Nardone is going to start the second set here. If you're just catching, we did start early. We do apologize. The first match for JV finished early. So this is actually second set, about 7:34 here from Lincoln High School Big Gym. Wolverines won the first set 25-19, and serving is Angelina Nardone. So it comes back to the New Brighton side, set up by number 24, Jenna Alaxon. Back to Donnelly, back over to Nardone. She'll tap it home. It drops.
Just inbounds, I believe.
Yep. First point for the Wolverines. They're up 1-0 second set. So senior, one of the 3 seniors for the Wolverines. Nardone will be serving. Straight line serve off of, I believe, Foster, set up by Main. She gets it back over to the Wolverines side, set up by Nardone, over to Morgan Hooker. She will try to tap, leaves it
does
short.
Not get it over.
Yeah, she leaves it short, so now it's tied 1-1.
And number 22 serving for the Lions.
Number 22, Jensen Main, the senior for the New Brighton Lions. Here's the serve. Good straight line serve, but into the net. That'll make the score 2-1.
Number 2 now serving for Ellwood.
Yep. Number 2, Angelina Retruti.
And looks like we have a substitution.
Coming out is Calantis.
And number 30 came in.
And number 30, Chloe Bungar, the freshman for the Wolverines. Served by Retruti. Line drive serve, back line there for the Brighton Lions. Set up for Bell. She'll tap it over, back to Nardone. Set up to Donley. Back to Nardone. She'll kind of arc it over. Back to New Brighton side. Bell will tap it back over. Once again to Nardone. Set up for Donley. She'll spike it across. Back to Foster. Back to Bell. She'll tap it over once again. Just back and forth, left and right match here. Nardone, nice hit there. Set up by Main. Set up for Jocelyn Alaston. Back up by Donley. Over to Morgan Hooker. She'll swing it out of bounds. No, they're going to say inbounds. Sorry.
Just barely inbounds.
The official on the far side there said it was inbounds, and a point for the Wolverines.
So Retruti, I believe, number 2, serving again.
So Retruti once again for the Wolverines. A good rally between both teams there. Serve goes off of number 19. Chloe Darnley. She'll unfortunately hit it straight. It hits the floor, and it's 4-1 Wolverines. Serve once again by Retruti. Out of bounds, point for the New Brighton Lions. Look at it on the board, 4-2 now. Coming in is number 15, Sophia Thompson for the New Brighton Lions.
Number 24 went out.
Number 24, Jenna Laxon checks out.
Number 15 is now serving.
So number 15 is Sophia Thompson, the senior for the New Brighton Lions.
And we said this during the JV game, but volleyball is a very fast-paced
this is
game.
This is fast-paced, folks.
All right, that was out of bounds. So Ellwood point. Morgan Hooker is now serving. Claire Noble came in, and the libero, number 20, Jenna Vetica, went out.
5-2 lead for the Wolverines. Gravity check there, folks, for New Brighton Lions. It's unfortunate. It all comes down to communication. If you don't have good communication, the ball will fall. Point for the Wolverines.
Hooker with the serve.
Nice arcing serve there. Set up for Main, over to Foster. She'll try to spike it home. A little high, out of bounds.
Too far. So Wolverines now up 7-2 with Hooker serving once again.
So a couple points here, 3 straight points for the Wolverines as they start to separate once again. Served by Hooker off of number 15, Thompson. Set up here for the back line. It will get over. Unfortunately, Chloe Bungar.
30.
Yep, she hits it into the net, unfortunately. Caught her off guard a little bit. Makes it now 7-3.
The libero, number 8 came in, number 3 went out. And number 14 came in, and number 7 went out.
Keeping track of all those numbers. Serving is number 8, Vicky Vey. Fortunately, Vicky Vey serves it into the net. And that will make the score now 8-3 Wolverines.
Donley now serving for the Wolverines, number 24.
Yep. So Alyssa Donley serving for the Wolverines. Yep, 8-3. Good line drive serve off of Vicky Vey. Back over to the Wolverine side. Set up by Donley. Up to Nardone. Over to Noble. Off the wall. And it will drop. Point for New Brighton, now 8-4.
And they called that 4 hits.
Yep.
So number 11 is now serving for the Lions.
So number 11, Nariah Foster, another senior for the New Brighton Lions. She's been hitting up that front line. Good serve there, set up by Vetica. Back to Nardone, up over to Claire Noble. This time she'll hit it home. Good play there by number 15. Back over to the Wolverine side. Nardone taps back up. Set up by Main. Back over to number 15 again. Sorry, number 19 with the kill. Number 19, Chloe Darnley. Point. Ooh, New Brighton Lions. Now that makes the score 8-5.
All right, and number 11 serving once again for the Lions.
Number 11, Nariah Foster serving for the New Brighton Lions. Here's the serve by Foster. Line drive back to Jenna Vetica. She'll set it up for Nardone. Over to Donley. Off the wall. Good play there by Foster, but it falls on New Brighton side. Point for the Wolverines, 9-5.
Student section a little rowdy.
Yeah, student section's loving it. This middle school football team getting rowdy.
Bungar went out. Number 22 came in, and 22 is serving for Ellwood.
Yep. Gabriel Calantis for the Wolverines. Sophomore. Line drive serve out of bounds. Very, very close. That'll make the score 9-6.
So now number 19, Darnley, is serving for the Bulldogs is tomorrow. Lions.
Yep. Number 19, Chloe Darnley, the junior for New Brighton Lions. 9-6. Got to get a rally here going. Hit there by Hooker, out of bounds. Point for New Brighton, and there you go. 2 points in a row makes the score now 9-7.
Darnley on the serve again. This is a very close second set.
Yeah, no separation yet. Darnley up to Nardone. She'll tap it up for Retrudy. Unfortunately, a little bit too low of a setup, and then Retrudy hits it straight line. It'll make it now 9-8.
Darnley with the serve again. That's what, 4 points in a row for the Lions?
Set up there by Calantis, up to Nardone. This time over to Claire Noble. Hits the wall, and it comes back to the Wolverine side. Fourth hit, and that is 9-9. 9-all, folks. Couple points in a row here for the New Brighton Lions. That JV team's kind of cheering them on. There you go.
All right, Darnley with the serve.
Served by Darnley, unfortunately into or below the net. Point for the Wolverines, now 10-9.
Claire Noble went out, and the libero, number 20, Jenna Vedica, came in, and she's going to be the one serving for the Wolverines.
So, good matchup here, 10-9. Got to give credit to where it's deserved. New Brighton keeping close. Good serve by Vedica up to Maine. She'll tap it over this far side to Laxton. She'll get it over. Set up for Claire Noble on the opposite side. Off the wall, back to Vedica. Tapped up by Nardone. Up and over the wall for the winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
And that was Morgan Hooker, not Claire Nardone.
Oh, my bad.
Or Claire Noble, I'm sorry.
Claire Noble. So 11-9. Wolverines with the lead.
Yeah, Claire's sitting on the bench. That was Morgan Hooker with the hit.
Served there by Vedica off of number 11. Foster out of bounds. Couple points now. 3 straight points for the Wolverines as they take the lead once again, 12-9.
Number 19 came in. I didn't see who went.
So Chloe Darnley comes in. That serve is inbounds. An ace for Jenna Vedica, and that makes the score now 13-9.
I don't know if 19 was an actual timeout. New Brighton Lions.
So the second timeout for the New Brighton Lions. They're down now 13-9. We'll take a short little break. Second set from Lincoln High School, Big Jim. All right, folks, coming back here to Lincoln High School Big Jim. It's 13-9. The Wolverines with the lead.
Vedica with the serve coming out off of that timeout from New Brighton Lions.
A little assist from young Retrudy across the Wolverines back line. Serving is Vedica. Good serve by Jenna. She'll get it up over. New Brighton will hit it there. Number 14, good hit. Good play by Calantis. Set up for Vedica. She will get it over. Back to number 14.
Jenna Retrudy kind of running, getting out of the way of her players.
Nardone off the wall. Set up there once again by Vicky Vey. Back over to Lashin. She'll get it over to Vedica. Tapped up to Nardone. Back over to Morgan Hooker. Out of bounds. Point for the New Brighton Lions. 13-10.
Number 14 is serving. The libero, number 8, went out, and number 3, Bell, came back in.
Yep, so Bell comes back in. Serving is number 14, first time tonight, Sadie Walton. Good serve there to Vetica, up to Nardone. Set up for Retrudy. She'll tap it back over to Main. Set up for Alexian. Back to Bell. She'll get over. Back to Vetica. Nardone over to Morgan Hooker. Nice hit there. Up off the. Wow. Hits. Oh.
Out of bounds from a rafter hit.
Yeah, that's
inbounds,
unfortunate.
From a rafter hit, I believe.
Yeah, and that almost went. I mean, that went way up there, folks. Up in the rafters, up to the top of the roof, came straight back down off the rafter.
So Nardone, number 14, serving now for Ellwood City.
Wolverines match that point total, 14-10. Back over to Donnelly. She'll hit it off of the net, out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines. Or, sorry, New Brighton Lions.
Number 22 now serving for the Lions.
So Jensen Main. We've called her name a lot in front of the action. She's been doing pretty darn good at that front line. Let's see what she can do with the serve. Good serve by Main. Over to Donnelly. Back to the net. Tapped up by Retrudy. Back to Donnelly. Vetica will have to go for it.
Hits it out of bounds.
Yep. Unfortunate play there. Communication breakdown. 14-12 now. So New Brighton Lions keeping it close here. Not letting the Wolverines get away in this one.
So the server, Jensen Main, is the one who came after the ball that came up to us.
Yep. So number 22.
And she's serving now.
Main with the serve. Good serve. Backline Vetica. She'll have to reach out. Nardone up to Retrudy. She'll have to tap it over, and it falls. Point for the Wolverines.
Jensen Main was close on that save for that. So looks like number 30, Bungar's coming back in. Number 22's going out. And serving is number 2.
Okay, number 2, Angelina Retrudy, one of the 3 seniors here, serving 15-12. Line drive serve, back line from the Brighton. Tapped down, I believe, by Bungar. And they're going to say they hit the net. It's a net play against the Wolverines. So point for New Brighton, 15-13.
Speaking of number 15, looks like number 15 is coming in for 24, and she will be serving.
Yep. Number 15 is Sophia Thompson. Sophia Thompson with the serve. Line drive serve. Good serve. Vetica with a play. Donnelly with a good hit. Nice hit there by Thompson. Back over to Thompson again. She'll try and clear it. Unfortunately, down off the court. Point for the Wolverines, 16-13.
All right, Morgan Hooker now serving for Ellwood.
So Wolverines have kind of maintained this 3-point lead. They need to start breaking away here a little bit. Over to Main, back over to number 19, Darnley. Back up to Nardone, off the wall. They're going to say net play, I believe, once again over the net. So point for New Brighton now, 16-14.
The libero number 8 coming in, number 3 went out. And number 7 coming in for the Lions, and number 7 going out, 14 coming in. I'm sorry.
So number 14, Sadie Walton checking in, and number 8, Vicky Vey with the serve off of the net. Point for the Wolverines. So 17-14, Wolverines with the lead.
So Donnelly with the serve now, number 24 for the Wolverines.
So serve by Donnelly. Here's the serve. Line drive serve off the net. It will fall on the Wolverines side, or sorry, the New Brighton side for a point. 18-14, Wolverines.
So Donnelly with the serve once again.
18-14 lead. Serve and a nice hit there.
Drops in bounds right by the libero, number 8.
Vicky Vey. So good serve by Alyssa Donnelly. Makes the score now 19-14, and now all of a sudden the Wolverines have a 5-point lead.
Donnelly with the serve.
High arcing serve drops in once again.
Right by the libero, number 8, Vicky Vey.
Yep, that back line now makes it 20-14, and all of a sudden the Wolverines are starting to pull away, folks.
Donnelly with the serve once again.
6-point lead for the Wolverines. Nice, good serve there. Up into the raft areas. Main sits it up. Tapped over by Foster. 2 players for the New Brighton collide. They're good to go. Hit there by number 12, Claire Noble for the winner.
All right.
21-14 Wolverines.
Looks like Davis is coming in for Bungar now. 44 for number 30. And Donnelly with the serve.
So 21-14, 7-point lead for the Wolverines. Straight line serve there to Foster, out of bounds, and that will make the score now 22-14.
Donnelly, I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to jinx it, but she's serving once again.
So 22-14, 8-point lead for the Wolverines. Second set here. Line drive serve there, unfortunately off of number 15, Sophia Thompson, out of bounds. Makes it 23-14.
Donnelly with the serve once again.
23-14 Wolverines with the lead. High arcing serve out of bounds by Donnelly, and that will be a point for the New Brighton Lions, 23-15.
All right, looks like number 11 is going to be serving for the Lions.
Yep. So number 11, Nariah Foster, the senior for the Lions, will be serving. Got to get a rally to keep it close here, folks. Second set. Hits the net. And here we go. Set point for the Wolverines, 24-15.
All right. Davis going out, number 22 coming in.
Yep.
And 22 will be serving for Ellwood City.
So Gabrielle Calantis, a sophomore, will be serving for the Wolverines.
And serving for the set point.
Good serve there. Backline Vicky Vey, out of bounds. And the point will go to the Wolverines in a set that actually was pretty darn close. Ends up being 25-15 Wolverines. They will take the 2-0 lead, and they will look to close out the New Brighton Lions in this third set. So we'll come back with a timeout. 2-0 Wolverines. Welcome back, folks, to the Lincoln High School Big Gym. Third set coming up here. Folks, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m., high school football. Ellwood City will take on Freedom. You can catch our action on our YouTube page, our website, as well as if you're in the car, shout out here to 107.3 WXED. They will broadcast our home games. So tomorrow night will be broadcasted live, 107.3 WXED The Moose. Officials will check each number here. Numbers reading for the Wolverines, 13, 2, 14, 24, 20, and 22. For the New Brighton Lions, 3, 11, 24, 19, 7, and 22.
All right, looks like number 22, Jessa Main, is going to be serving first for this third set.
Brighton will have to win this 3 sets in a row here, and will have to win out to potentially win this game. Here's a serve by Jessa Main.
Section heard you. They're
yeah.
Let's go Ellwood.
I said let's go Ellwood, and they got the serve or chant going. Hit up into the rafters, comes back down. Donnelly, unfortunately, not able to get it over, and the first point for the third set will go to New Brighton Lions.
Jessa Main with the serve.
Solid serve by Main. Hit there off of Clantis. Good save by Vedica. Nardone does get it over. Set up here for number 11, Foster. Hit there by Clantis. Set up by Nardone over to
Hooker.
Number 13, Morgan Hooker. It falls in bounds. One up all. So
and
point for the Wolverines.
Number 14, Nardone with the serve.
So 1-1 early action here. Third set. Nardone with the serve for the Wolverines. Line drive backside there off of number 19, Chloe Darnley. Out of bounds, Wolverines 2-1.
Nardone with the serve once again.
So 2-1 lead for the Wolverines. Third set up 2-0. Line drive back side there. Set up for Main at the nets. Nice little soccer plays there by number 3, Ayanna Bell, but unfortunately a couple touches there, and that will make it now 3-1 Wolverines.
Nardone with the serve once again.
3-1 lead for the Wolverines. Backside there once again. Set up for Main. She'll tap it over to number 11, Foster. And that was inbounds. Good corner shot there by New Brighton. And that'll make the score now 3-2.
All right. Looks like number 24 is now serving for the Lions.
So number 24, Jenna Laxton. We got the battle of the crowds. The JV team for New Brighton Lions cheering on their varsity team. Good hit there by number 22, Clantis. It comes back to the Wolverine side. So point for New Brighton as they tie it up 3-3.
Number 24 with the serve once again.
So Jenna Laxton serving for the New Brighton Lions. Hit there by Vedica. Up for Nardone, up to Retrudy, and she will spike it home. Winner for number 2, Angelina Retrudy.
All right, looks like number 15 is coming in for 24 on the New Brighton side.
Sophia Thompson.
And number 44, Davis, coming in for 22 on the Ellwood City side.
So Gabrielle for Gabrielle.
And number 2 serving for Ellwood.
Served by Retrudy backside there. Up to Main, up over to number 19, Chloe Darnley, and it goes home for a point, New Brighton, 4-4.
Number 3, Bell, now serving for New Brighton, and number 2 coming in for number 7 on the New Brighton side.
So serving once again, number 3, Ayanna Bell. She's got that little bit of a jump serve here. Serve goes up and over, set there by Morgan Hooker at the line. Nardone, she'll tap it over back to the Lions. And they're going to say, I think, a carry. Yep, they're going to say a loft or a carry there by New Brighton. So point for the Wolverines, 5-4 lead.
So libero, never mind, they just changed their mind.
Yep, so Claire Noble checked in for 2 seconds and said, well, rotate back out. Same thing with the libero for the New Brighton Lions, Vicky Vade.
And Bell with the serve once again.
5-4 lead for for the Wolverines. Into the net, and that'll make the score now. Sorry, check that. I apologize,
now
folks.
Now it's 5-5.
Yeah, now it's 5-all because that point did go to the last point went to New Brighton. Point to Ellwood, 5-all.
So now Morgan Hooker in with the serve. Into the net.
Serve unfortunately went off of Claire Noble's shoulder there. So it's now 6-5 New Brighton. This is actually, I think, one of their first leads since that first set.
Number 5 came in for New Brighton. 11 went out. And the libero, number 20, came in, and Morgan Hooker went out for Ellwood.
As you can tell, folks, a lot of substitutions during these games. Hit there by Vedica to the line, out of bounds. Point to New Brighton, 7-5.
So number 5 serving once again for New Brighton Lions.
That's Hope Belaine, the junior. One of the very few juniors here that have seen action for the Lions. Serve there, far side to Retrudy. Set up for Nardone. She'll tap it up for Davis. Davis gets it over, back to Vicky Vay. Up to Maine. She'll tap it over. Tap back up by Davis. Back over to Maine. She'll hit it back over to number 19. She'll set it back up for the Wolverines. Number 14, Nardone. Back across the other side. Good attempt. Dive by Maine. But it goes out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines.
So now number 24, Donley serving. 11 came in for number 5 on the New Brighton side.
So Foster back in for the Lions, and Alyssa Donley serving down 7-6. Backline, Vicky Vay to the main. Over to Darnley. Off of Retrudy, out of bounds, and the point for New Brighton Lions, 8-6. I like the organized chant for the JV team of the New Brighton Lions. That is awesome. I love seeing that. Organized chants are so awesome on the benches.
24 came in for number 15 on the New Brighton side, and number 19, Darnley, is serving.
Yep, Chloe Darnley. High arcing serve, out of bounds, a little far. Makes the score now 8-7. New Brighton with the lead.
And let's see, 22 coming in for number 44, so Davis is going out. 22 coming in, and she will be serving.
So number 22 is Gabrielle Calantis, serving for the Wolverines. Here's a serve to Vicky Vay, hits it off of the floor. Point for Ellwood, and that makes the score now 8-8. So Wolverines battle back here to tie up the score once again.
So Calantis with the serve once again.
Served by Calantis. It falls. It catches Foster. Yeah. It caught Foster and Darnley off guard. It falls for an ace. Now 9-8 Wolverines.
And Calantis with the serve once again.
Now serving with a 1-point lead are the Wolverines. Serve hits right in front of Vicky Vay. Good attempt, but it falls.
She attempted the dig, but did not get it.
Yep. So the point will go to the Wolverines now, 10-8 lead.
Calantis with the serve once again.
Far as corner there, set up by New Brighton Lions. Right at the front, and that's number 2, I think, Tatum Reeves.
Yes,
comes back to the New Brighton's Lions side. Point for the Wolverines. Getting up a little bit gingery is number 11, Nariah Foster. She fell a little bit hard on that one leg there. You can tell she's kind of.
Calantis with the serve once again.
Yeah, kind of hurting a little bit, but she stays in the match. Served by Calantis. Right in front, fortunately, in front of number 19, Chloe Darnley, and it falls. Point for the Wolverines. All of a sudden, folks.
12-8.
Yeah, they were down a couple points here, 3 points, in fact, and they have scored 7 in a row. It's now 12-8 Wolverines.
Calantis with the serve.
Hit there by Darnley over to Maine. Back to Darnley. Gets it, but out of bounds, and that will make the score 13-8.
And Calantis with the serve once again.
Third set action here from Lincoln High School Gym. Wolverines up 2-0. Looking to close out the match here early start. Serve there, gets it over to Vicky Vay, up for Maine. She'll tap it up for number 24, and Laskin comes back to her. Hit there by Darnley. Unfortunately, that's so unfortunate. It hits the rafter again, comes back down. Point for the Wolverines. Down.
So Calantis with the serve once again.
So 14-8 Wolverines with the lead. Serve there by Foster. She makes a nice play. Set up here by Laskin. She gets it up and over. Claire Noble off of her, out of bounds. Point for New Brighton.
And we saw Vedeka kind of running after it, trying to get it. All right, looks like number 2 will be serving, and the libero number 8 went out, and number 3 came in for New Brighton.
Iona Bell comes back in, and serving is number 2, Tatum Reeves. First time serving night. Good serve there to Morgan Hooker. Set up for Nardone. Over to Claire Noble. Off of the wall.
Gets it over.
Good dig there by Laskin.
Maine to Bell.
And it falls.
Hit back over.
I want to say number 2. I want to say it was Retrudy on that center line there for the Wolverines. Hits it over. It falls. 15-9 lead
Claire
Wolverines.
Noble out. Jenna Vedeka, the libero, in, and she will be serving.
6-point lead. Off the net, comes back. So point for New Brighton now 15-10.
And it looked like number 2 went out for New Brighton last play, and 7 came in.
Yep, number 7, Chloe Wright serve.
22, Jessa Main is now serving for the Lions, 10-15.
Good serve there by Main. Hit that back line. Donnelly up to Nardone. Set up for Vedica. Kind of caught her off guard a little bit.
But she got it over.
Set up for Main at the net. Tapped back. Unfortunately, falls back on New Brighton side. Point for the Wolverines, 16-10.
All right, now looks like we have number 14, Nardone.
Checking in is number 7, Morgan Bunger, getting her first action on the varsity level here.
And Morgan Hooker went out for Ellwood.
So good serve there by Nardone. Back line for the Lions. It does get back over. Set up for Vedica. Nardone to Retruder. She'll tap it back over to Main, to Foster. Over to Main once again. Just a little bit outside.
So point for the Wolverines, 17-10. Nardone with the serve.
It's crazy to think this game was just 8-8 about 2 minutes ago. How fast it goes. Good serve there by Nardone off of number 19, Chloe Darnley, out of bounds. Point once again, Wolverines 18-10.
And Nardone with the serve.
It's an 8-point lead for the Wolverines. Nardone has been serving pretty good tonight. Most of the Wolverines have been serving pretty well. Out of bounds. They're going to say out of bounds. So it was a swing and miss by New Brighton. It did go out of bounds. So point for New Brighton Lions, 18-11.
Yep, just a little bit too far for Nardone. Number 24 now serving for the Lions.
So Jenna Lasson, the sophomore. Backline to Calantis. Set up here for Nardone. Back to Vedica. She'll hit it over. Back to the backline. Number 7, Chloe Reitzer.
Main.
Up to number 11, Foster. And it falls.
Right beside Vedica.
So 18-12 now. Couple good hits here by number 11, Nariah Foster. You got to give credit where it's due, folks. New Brighton hanging tough tonight.
Number 24 with the serve once again.
Back line there to Calantis once again. Nardone setting up. Alyssa Donnelly, she'll hit it, unfortunately, into the net. And that's now 18-13.
So 24 with the serve once again.
The Brighton Lions kind of clawing
three
back in.
3 in a row?
Yep.
For the Lions.
Serve. Once again, back line to
Vedica.
Up to Nardone. Back over to Donnelly. This time, unfortunately, once again, off of the net. It's 18-14. A couple points in a row for the Brighton Lions.
Number 24 serving again.
Jenna Lasson. Serve once again. Line drive to Vedica. Up to Retrudy. Out of bounds. And it's now 18-15. So I believe that's now 5 straight points.
5 or 6, I was thinking.
Something like that. It was 17-10, so now 18-15. Serve once again by Laxton. Back row set up here for Retrudy. This time too far once again. 18-16. New Brighton making a comeback.
24 with the serve.
Tell a little bit of frustration here for the Wolverines. 18-16. Backline Calantis. Nardone, she'll tap it over this time. She said enough of this.
She lets it fall.
She said enough of this. We're not going to let New Brighton Lions hang around. She'll just tap it over. 19-16.
All right, 24 goes out for the Lions, and number 15 came in.
So number 15, Sophia Thompson.
22 went out for the Wolverines, and number 3 came in.
So number 3, Emma Figuerel for the Wolverines. Serving number 2, Richardi. Line drive serve, back row there for New Brighton off of number 7, Chloe Reitzer. Point for the Wolverines. 20-16.
Richardi with the serve once again.
So once again, Richardi with the serve. Up 20-16, 4-point lead. Here's the serve. Line drive serve there once again off of the net. Falls on the New Brighton side. Point for the Wolverines.
Nice dig by Darnley.
Yeah, it came in real hot.
I think Maine hit it.
Yep.
And New Brighton takes a timeout.
So timeout here, folks. Wolverines with the lead, 21-16. New Brighton has to do something to get back into it. We'll take a timeout with them. All right, folks, welcome back. Third set here from Lincoln High School Big Gym, 21-16. Game reset, 5-point lead for the Wolverines, up 2-0. Looking to close out tonight's match.
Timeout, Ricciuti with the serve.
Good serve there. Line drive low off of number 15, Sophia Thompson.
Out of bounds.
So 22-16 with the lead is the Wolverines.
Ricciuti with the serve.
Line drive serve once again off of number 15, Darnley.
Raptors.
Foster back over to Vedica, up to Nardone. She'll tap it up and over. Set up there once again by Darnley. Back over to Foster. Hey, it falls. 22-17.
No man's land.
Yeah, that was actually a high setup for Foster, but hey, she got it over, and it actually worked.
So number 7 went out for the Lions, and number 2 came in. And number 3, Bell, is serving for the Lions.
So Tatum Reeves in for New Brighton. And then number 3, Bell serving, unfortunately goes into the net. So 23-17, Wolverines with the lead.
Looks like number 7 now with the serve for the Wolverines.
So Morgan Bungar serving for the Wolverines. Here's the serve, nice arc serve. Set up there for Maine, up and over to Reeves. She'll hit that back line, back to Bungar. Good hit there by number 3, Figure Out. Unfortunately, Ricciuti doesn't get it over. They're going to say that it was indirectly a carry. Point for New Brighton, 23-18.
All right. Number 5 coming in for number 11 on New Brighton side.
So Hope Belaine.
The libero, number 20, came in for number 7.
Jenna Vedica for the Wolverines.
And
serving
Belaine is serving.
Is Belaine, the junior. Here's the serve. Back line. There to Ricciuti. Up for Nardone. Tapped up for Emma Figueroa. She'll get it over. Back to Darnley. She'll tap it up and over. Set up by Nardone. To Darnley. Over to Claire Noble. Off of the net. Point for New Brighton, 23-19.
Number 2 was there for the Lions to kind of block that coming over.
Yep. Tatum Reeves had a good set up there. New Brighton keeping it close here, closing it in, 23-19.
Belaine with the serve once again.
Here's the serve. High arcing serve back to Ricciuti. She'll hit it up into the rafters area. Set up for Noble. Over by Nardone. Back to Vicky Vey. Up to Maine. She'll tap it over. Nardone up to Darnley. Back to Nardone. Spikes it home. Darnley hits it off of Maine. Out of bounds. And the point will go to the Wolverines.
And Maine chasing it out of bounds. Hits it. No one's there.
And folks, that sets up set point and match point number 1 for the Wolverines, up 24-19. Alyssa
11.
Donnelly with the serve. Straight line serve off of number 15, Sophia Thompson.
Set point and match point.
So the Wolverines
win 3-0 with the final set being 25-19 in favor of the Wolverines.
Yeah, so 3-0 win for the Wolverines. 25-19 in that first set. 25-15 in the second set.
And
followed up with 25-19 in the third set. So the Wolverines will improve to 7-4 overall, 6-4 in conference play. They maintain that 3-game advantage. They'll continue to fill in that 4th spot for the Wolverines, for the MAC conference, looking to make playoffs. So final score, Wolverines 3-0. A great matchup. Our next broadcast tomorrow night, Friday, 7 p.m. Ellwood City takes on the Freedom Bulldogs. You'll catch us live tomorrow about 6:50, 6:55. We'll have Thad Sturgeon, myself, and Dakota Marshall with the live stream.
A home game at Helling Stadium.
Yep.
Couple announcements before we go. I did get confirmation this morning. Lincoln's musical this year is Willy Wonka, and they will be putting that on March 4th through the 6th. So come out to that. I'm not sure if they're selling tickets quite yet, but it's sure to be a good show. I will be doing sound for that, and there's a lot of special effects from what I hear with this show.
Nice.
And once again, if you want to come out Saturday, my church, Moravia Presbyterian Church in Wampum, Pennsylvania, is having our fall festival from 10 to 5, and that's at 4280 State Route 18 in Wampum. So come out. We will have food. We have a Chinese auction. We'll have live music. and we have different vendors there. So come out 10 to 5 on Saturday at Moravia Presbyterian Church.
All right, folks. Once again, from Ellwood City Lincoln High School Big Gym, the Wolverines victorious tonight, 3-0. I've been your host, Brad Windhorst, alongside cameraman Dakota Marshall. Good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night for football.